Welcome to the Raising Confident Girls podcast, your guide to raising strong, confident daughters. I'm Melissa Jones, the founder of Girls Positivity Club and a teacher for over 20 years. In a world where girls often feel overwhelmed, anxious, and confused, this podcast is your go-to space. As caregivers, we navigate challenges together. I founded Girls Positivity Club to provide a place where you belong and get the tools to face today's hurdles. Consider this your regular check-in with a trusted friend, offering insights and practical tips for meaningful conversations. I'm here to help you feel confident on this journey of raising a generation of empowered girls. Let's dive in and raise those confident girls together. Hey everybody, it's Melissa and welcome back to Raising Confident Girls. I want to start today by taking you into a very familiar moment. It's the end of the school day. You're in the car. Her backpack is at her feet. Maybe the radio is on low. Maybe it's quiet. You glance up at the rearview mirror and you can tell something is sitting with her. Not in a dramatic way, not upset, just held. So you ask gently, "How was school today?" And she says, "I don't know." Not annoyed, not angry, just closed. You drive a little farther, and inside your head, the questions start. Should I ask again? Should I ask something more specific? What if I miss the chance to help her talk about it? You try another question. Did you like your group today? She shrugs. It was fine. And now you feel it. That tightening in your chest, because you saw her yesterday. You saw her hesitate. You saw her pull back. You know she had something to say. She could have raised her hand. She knew the answer. She had an idea, and she didn't step in. She stayed quiet, and that familiar parent voice shows up. I don't want this to become a pattern. What if she gets used to holding back? What if in this moment, I'm supposed to push a little harder? And underneath all of that is something really tender. I don't want to mess this up. If you've been in that car ride, this episode is for you. Because when a girl holds back, it looks like a confidence issue. But very often it's something else entirely. And if we respond to it in the wrong way, even with love, we can turn safety into pressure without realizing it. So today I want to help you understand what holding back often means, why it shows up so frequently in capable girls, and how to support your daughter's confidence without pushing her before she's ready. So when parents notice this kind of pulling back, the instinct is to encourage, which makes complete sense. We're not trying to rush our daughters. We're trying to protect them from being overlooked, from being underestimated, from shrinking themselves in rooms where they belong. So we say things like, just raise your hand. You know the answer. Don't be shy. You should speak up more. And it all comes from love. But here's the part we don't always realize in the moment. Encouragement that's driven by our discomfort often lands as pressure to them. Because underneath those words, a girl can hear, "You're taking too long. You should already be past this. Other kids don't struggle like this." And pressure doesn't usually make a girl step forward. Pressure makes her more aware of being watched. So she waits longer. She retreats more. She gets quieter. Not because she can't speak, but because now speaking feels risky. So here's the most important reframe of this entire episode. Holding back is often a sign of awareness, not insecurity. Many girls who pause before stepping in are highly observant, emotionally intelligent, socially aware, careful thinkers. They're not disappearing, they're deciding. They're reading the room, watching reactions, trying to get it right. And this isn't just about being a quiet personality. Girls often hold back after a friendship shift, being corrected publicly, joining a new group, being talked over repeatedly, feeling watched or evaluated, even being praised too quickly or too publicly. And what looks like hesitation on the outside is often processing on the inside. And when we respond to that pause with urgency, we unintentionally send a message we don't mean to send. Your timing isn't okay. Confidence doesn't grow by being rushed. It grows when a girl feels trusted. So what does that look like in real life? Let's walk through it. The first tip is to map confidence instead of measuring it. So most parents will default to questions like, did you talk today? Did you raise your hand? Did you share your idea? And those questions are understandable, but they're asking for performance, not understanding. I worked with a mom when I worked with her daughter one-to-one, and she told me that I just want to know if she's participating. So every afternoon she asked, did you speak up today? And every afternoon her daughter's shoulders lifted slightly, not defensively, just enough to say, that matters more than what I'm ready for. When that mom changed the question to, was there a moment today where you felt comfortable sharing? Her daughter paused and said, well, during partner work. And that answer changed everything because confidence was there. It just wasn't showing up in the loudest space yet. So over the next few weeks, that mom stopped tracking if her daughter spoke and started noticing where she felt safe. One-on-one, small groups, predictable settings. And then suddenly car rides felt lighter. Afternoons felt calmer. Her daughter stopped bracing for the question. Instead of measuring her, we were mapping her confidence. And confidence almost always grows outward from places that already feel safe. Tip number 2 is to name the pause as normal. One of the most regulating things a parent can say is, sometimes confidence goes quiet for a bit, especially after a change. A lot of parents worry that that sounds like lowering the bar, but what it actually does is removes urgency. I've watched girls physically relax when they hear, you don't have to figure this out right away. Shoulders drop, breathing slows, because now the message isn't hurry up and catch up. It's you're allowed to adjust. And adjusting isn't falling behind, it's regulation. Tip number 3 is practice being heard at home. So being heard happens in ordinary moments. At dinner, she starts telling a story and trails off. Normally, someone jumps in, finishes the sentence, asks a question, reassures. This time, no one does. There's a pause. And then she keeps going. Or bedtime. She says, something happened today, and stops. You don't say, what? You don't rush to comfort. You stay. And after a few seconds, she continues. Or homework. I don't get it. Instead of fixing it, you let her talk through her thinking. One mom said to me, I didn't realize how often I filled the silence until I stopped doing it. When she stayed quiet one extra beat, and this is the thing that's the hardest for me as a parent, her daughter talked longer. Not louder, not dramatically different, just longer. Being heard without interruption teaches a girl, my thoughts are welcome. And that belief travels with her. Tip number 4 is to resist the urge to help. And this is the hardest one because it's more about us than them. You feel it when you start drafting the email and don't send it. You rehearse what she should say and stop yourself. You want to step in just to calm your own nerves. And that waiting feels uncomfortable. You wonder, am I doing enough? One girl once told me, I just needed a minute to feel sure. And when I get asked a lot of questions or someone interrupts me, I just feel panicked. And I just needed a minute. That minute felt longer to her parent. But holding that discomfort, not filling it, not rescuing, not prompting, was the support. Sometimes the bravest thing a parent can do is tolerate their own anxiety so their daughter doesn't have to carry it. I want to take you back to that car ride. Same girl, same parent. A few weeks later, nothing dramatic happened. But one afternoon she said, I think I know when I like to talk. I just need a second first. So she was a girl who just needed a little extra processing time. And that's confidence by her naming it before it's visible. Not performance, but permission to take that pause for herself. If your daughter is holding back right now, hear this clearly. She's not falling behind. She's not losing confidence. She's learning how to move at her own pace. And your calm presence without pressure is what makes that possible. You're not missing it. You're holding the space. Thanks for joining another empowering episode of the Raising Confident Girls podcast. Share today's insights with caregivers and friends, building beautiful relationships with strong girls. Hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. We're not just a podcast, we're a community. Follow Girls Positivity Club on social media for more empowering content on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. This podcast empowers you, supporting incredible girls. Let's create strong, beautiful relationships with the girls in our lives. I appreciate you listening today. Stay confident, stay connected. Until next time, keep raising those confident girls. You've got this.